Just about right for the first on the card. Yo-Yo Joe has moved in. Race over 3350 metres and 14 fences, half of which will be jumped by the time they turn out of the straight the first time round. March Past moved in next to Yo-Yo Joe and the field is set. Track good and they're off and racing. Big Zap down in barrier one got away nicely. So too did Booster Hooves, and over on the outside away quickly as March Past in front of Worthy Night and Miracle Star. As they settle down, Wonder Boa dropped out to be a clear last. Yo-Yo Joe has about 3 behind him. They go over the first of 14 fences and are now picking up the lead out wide as Worthy Night with March Past. The 2 stablemates are 1-2 at the second fence. Worthy Night landing in front of March Past. Big Zap just behind them down on the inside, followed by Bendansari, Miracle Star, Yo-Yo Joe, Booster Hooves, and Wonder Boa dropped out about 6 lengths last of all. They settle down for the first time in the lane now, and over the first of 5 in the lane, the leader is Worthy Night, landing in front of Big Zap, who's just wanting to over-race a fraction on his inside. Here's the next fence, and it's Big Zap on the inside taking a slender lead now from Worthy Night. Bendansari is third, and then March Past in 4th placing as they leap this, followed by Yo-Yo Joe. Back behind him is Miracle Star, and a long break in the field to Booster Hooves, and Wonder Boa's last. Big Zap over the next one, landing in front by, being headed off again though as they go underneath the winning post. Worthy Night again taking over the running. Here's the 7th fence, and over it he sails. Oh, Big Zap hit it. Threw the rider off. Big Zap knuckled and has tossed the rider, and Frankie is okay. Frankie Stockdale, I think, after a pretty heavy fall, and the horse continuing with the field. So out of the straight, Big Zap out of the event now, and 7 fences to jump as they head into the back with Worthy Night 2 lengths in front, and Yo-Yo Joe's gone right through to be second now. 3 lengths away is March Past, and about 5 or 6 to Bendansari. Ahead of him is the riderless horse Big Zap going on. In behind them is Miracle Star and a gap to Booster Hooves, and Wonder Boa's last of the 7. About to climb the hill now, they go into the back, nearing the 1800 metres, and the leader Worthy Night. Yo-Yo Joe is second with the riderless Big Zap going through on the inside of the leader. Here's the double at the foot of the hill. Worthy Night in front, but being tackled in earnest by Yo-Yo Joe, who's looking for the front. Oh, Worthy Night got badly hampered. So did Yo-Yo Joe. He got run off the track. Yo-Yo Joe got run off the track by the riderless horse at the second of the double there. So Yo-Yo Joe's out of the race. And now March Past sees the initiative and climbing up the hill, dash to the lead over his stablemate. It's March Past in front of Worthy Night, 3 or 4 to Bendansari in 3rd placing. A gap Miracle Star as they get to the top of the hill. Back behind him is Booster Hooves, and Wonder Boa is the last one in the race. So they jump the second of the double. March Past not getting over that one too well. And the 6 runners left in the race come off the back with March Past going away with a good lead, about 5 or 6 lengths in front. Second at the moment is Worthy Night. And then there's a break of about 6 or 7 lengths back to Bendansari. They're strung right out. 15 lengths Miracle Star, 6 lengths to Booster Hooves, and 6 lengths to Wonder Boa. They came back past where they started. There's 800 metres to go, and 3 fences to jump now. And March Past is the leader. Comes up towards the 3rd last one. Jumped it pretty well from Worthy Night, clipping the top of that one. Bendansari 6 lengths away 3rd, and then Miracle Star at the 2nd last one. March Past, geez, jumping wretchedly over that one. Landing by 6 lengths with one to jump from the stablemate 2nd, Worthy Night. Gap to Bendansari battling along, and then there's a very long break to Miracle Star, Booster Hooves, and Wonder Boa. But around the turn now, here's the last one coming up for March Past and Brian Constable. Worthy Night about 6 lengths astern. March Past at the last, again clipping the top of it. He lands by about 4 lengths. Constable pulled the whip. Worthy Night is sticking on grimly and trying to rally with a long break in the field then to Bendansari. March Past with 100 metres to go. Holds Worthy Night 2 lengths astern. He's pretty tired, the leader. Worthy Night's trying hard. He's lifting a bit. March Past about a length in front though. And March Past didn't have much left in the tank but won it by a neck. March Past from his stablemate Worthy Night 2nd. 15 to Bendansari 3rd. Long break Miracle Star, Booster Hooves, Wonder Boa, and Yo-Yo Joe cantering past the line, but he did get run off at the 1600 metre mark in quite a sensational steeplechase. The first 2... Now Noel Caddo's out of the saddle here on the gunnet. The gunnet's moved in, but Caddo is behind the line. Just not too sure what his problem is here. Whatever it is, it's a minor one because he's now heading back to the stalls and about to climb back aboard Gunnet, and we'll have them right to run. Just the 5 going around. Gulchwood the favourite at 190, 370 for Gunnet, 1,300 metres, and they're set race number 2. All clear through. Off they go, and Gulchwood won the start clearly on the outside, bounded out in front of Vistoso with Gunnett the Grey pushing up into second now. It's Gulchwood at the 1,200, joined by Gunnett on the rail. 3 or 4 lengths they set up early on Vistoso, and then came House Wrecker, and dropping out last on the inside is Mr Magistrate. As they head to the 1,000 metres, and Gunnett the inside and Gulchwood, they're sharing the front about 4 to 5 lengths clear. Vistoso holding down third, 2 lengths away. In the field is now the Home Wrecker moving up on the outside of Vistoso, and that left Mr Magistrate last. Gunnett about a half in front of Gulchwood. They come off the back and head down the side. Gunnett about a half length on Gulchwood. They haven't gone down the back straight all that quickly. 2 lengths Vistoso. On its outside is Home Wrecker, and 2 or 3 lengths to Mr Magistrate. Gunnett got a length on Gulchwood coming around the home turn, with Home Wrecker third on the outside of Vistoso, and 3 lengths last of all Mr Magistrate. They swing the corner now, and Gunnett the inside again, joined by Gulchwood on the outside. House Wrecker is under some pressure on the outside of these horses as they reach the 250 metre mark. Under the whip, Gulchwood taking a slender lead from Gunnett on the rail. House Wrecker a length away, trying hard with the gap, Mr Magistrate. With 150 to go though, and Gulchwood's a length in front. House Wrecker trying to lift the outside, but Gulchwood just in front nearing the line, and Gulchwood wins it by a neck to Home Wrecker. And third placing to Gunnett a length and a quarter away, clear of Mr Magistrate, and Vistoso dropped out last of the 5. Backing up from her run here on around a little, Jumalik stood well. All clear through, they're set and racing. Jumalik got away okay with Yaramis and the Mookster down on the inside. Away quickly too is Lanima in the early part, looking for the lead as they settle down and come down to the 800. And it's Lanima wide out in the red colours with Cloche-Merle. Jumalik just inside them. Yaramis with the Mookster holding onto the rail. They make nearly a line of 5 across the track. About 3 lengths in front of Sahar and Bright Spark. Backstop next to last, and Jugo Jugger's last. The Mookster against the rails going to corner in front of Yaramis. Jumalik 3 out, Cloche-Merle 4 out. Lanima dropped back behind them, and then Saharan and Backstop as they corner from Bright Spark. The Mookster shot away at the 300. He's 3 lengths to Yaramis, and now Jumalik called on. Cloche-Merle the outside, and they're followed by Lanima coming through on the inside. The Mookster at the 200. He's still 3 lengths to Yaramis. Jumalik's battling only, and then Lanima the inside and Saharan, but the Mookster's well clear. Too fast, had the rails and kicked away, and the Mookster won it easily. Getting up for second was Jumalik in front of Yaramis. They were trailed then by Lanima, Cloche-Merle, Saharan, Backstop, a long break to Bright Spark, and last to finish was Jugajag. Coniston Walk standing up next to her, they're ready. Coniston Walk edgy. Off they go. Coniston Walk a little slow down in gate number 2. Rivitar and Dunedin Gold got away fast, and so too in the early part did Sterling Quartet going through looking for the lead. Sterling Quartet settling by a length to Princess Natalie, getting up on the inside to second. Ahead Tyrrelli's third, Accolades on the inside holding down fourth placing, and Eden Gold around it, followed by Mishkar. A length Rivitar who's going forward, 2 to Sealed, and they're followed by Coniston Walk next to last and Kilray. By the 1,200 metres, and Sterling Quartet down the back opened up a big lead, went out by 5 lengths to Princess Natalie on the inside of Tyrrelli's. 2 lengths in Eden Gold, Accolades fifth the rail, a length and a half behind them Rivitar, who's travelling out wide on the outside of Mishkar, and then 2 to Sealed, 1 to Coniston Walk and 1 to Kelray. Sterling Quartet about to come off the back, leading by 5 to Tyrrelli's on the rails, Princess Natalie, a length away in fourth, and Eden Gold on the outside of Accolades, a length to Rivitar, a neck to Mishkar, who's worse in midfield and strung up, followed by Coniston Walk, and behind her is Sealed, and down the side Kelray is last. At the 600 metres, and Sterling Quartet about 4 lengths to Tyrrelli's. Princess Natalie on the rails, followed by Eden Gold, and Rivitar's been wide lot of the journey. In behind them Accolades and Mishkar, followed by Sealed, pulled out wide, and then Coniston Walk and Kelray. Sterling Quartet at the 350 leads by 2 to Tyrrelli's second. Out wide are Rivitar starting to come home with Eden Gold. Mishkar is in the clear, and Coniston Walk along the rails at the 200, and now Mishkar's come through and gone to the lead. It's Mishkar drawing clear by a length. Tyrrelli's out wide Rivitar, and Coniston Walk the rail, but Mishkar clear, and Mishkar wins it by a length and a half. Coniston Walk on the rail might grab second from Rivitar. Photo finish, and Tyrrelli's just between them. Then Eden Gold, followed by Sealed, Sterling Quartet, Kelray, Accolades, and dropping out last was Princess Natalie. All Tanked Up has a middle gate, red sleeves and cap. Clear favourite for the race. They stand up nicely. Mount Shasta was a little edgy. They're away now. And All Tanked Up and Rocky Sunrise together in the middle of the line got away well. Sir Gus pinged straight to the front early ahead of Prior Opportunity. NZ got away well. So did Jiminy looking for the lead with Rocky Sunrise. Bit of speed about Alpha Warrior's been able to come across from the outside barrier and be with the leading horses. He's still wide at the 1800 where Jiminy is taking over the running from now Alpha Warrior, who's got in one off the fence after drawing the outside gate at the turn out of the straight. In behind them, Sir Gus on the rail, followed by Rocky Sunrise. All Tanked Up on the outside. He's trapped out 3 wide, but going on. 2 lengths Prior Opportunity, NZ, and they're trailed by the Chimney Sweep into the Mystery. Back behind them, Our Poetic Star, and then it's a break of about 4 to 5 lengths. Sworn to Secrecy, Mount Shasta, Lush Version, Blue Ted, and Our Imposing at the 1300. And Harris took All Tanked Up, the favourite, to the lead now. He'd done a little bit of work to get there, and into the back straight he leads by 2 lengths. Alpha Warrior is second, Jiminy is third, and Rocky Sunrise now pushed out 3 wide. Sir Gus over on the fence, followed by NZ into the Mystery going forward now. Followed by Prior Opportunity, about a length further back in the field, then the Chimney Sweep, followed by Our Poetic Star, a length Our Imposing, Mount Shasta, and behind them Sworn to Secrecy, Lush Version, and Blue Ted. All Tanked Up the leader, into the Mystery, moved up a length away second. Alpha Warriors now tucked away third on the rail at the 800. Jiminy on the outside fourth, a length and a half Sir Gus. They're trailed by Rocky Sunrise. Further back, the NZ are taking off, but hard-ridden. Trailed by Prior Opportunity, losing ground on the rail. The Chimney Sweep goes forward with Our Imposing around the outside. Lush Version getting onto their back, and they were trailed then as they cornered by Mount Shasta and Blue Ted, and Sworn to Secrecy had dropped out to be one of the last. All Tanked Up the leader around the home turn into the Mystery, and NZ is coming home well on the outside, clear of Alpha Warrior. Our Imposing starting to come home well, and then Lush Version. All Tanked Up tackled by NZ at the 200 metres. They race a couple of lengths in front now from Alpha Warrior into third on the inside, then Lush Version, NZ and All Tanked Up with a job on his hands to kick back. NZ and All Tanked Up, a bobbing go, they hit the line. Maybe NZ from All Tanked Up. Heads are up and down though. Lush Version is third in front of Alpha Warrior, Rocky Sunrise into the Mystery, and they were trailed by Our Imposing, the Chimney Sweep, trailed by Sir Gus, and then came Sworn to Secrecy, Our Poetic Star, Prior Opportunity, Jiminy, Mount Shasta, and Blue Ted last. Judge calls for the photo here. There's little between these two. 1,300 metres. All clear through. Off they go, and reasonably good sort of a start. Track Rider pinged away, landed in front of Final Mist and Mr. Miller. He's settling up in third placing, and these three get away a little on Chicago Clip and Kaylee Revival from Garçon Bleu, Dual Strike, Bontari, trailed by Clarsint, and then Rona next to last, and 2 to Princely Image, who was a little slow, settling last of all by the 1,000. Track Rider led from Mr. Miller, going up to second outside Final Mist. 2 Kaylee Revival in fourth placing, Chicago Clip down on the rail. Garçon Bleu wide out, improving from Dual Strike in the centre, 1.5 to Clarsint, followed by Rona, and 2 lengths Bontari with Princely Image on the outside. Track Rider down the hill led from the big fellow Mr. Miller, a length away on the inside as Final Mist. Kaylee Revival's had a good run fourth, then Chicago Clip, Garçon Bleu, trailed by Dual Strike, Clarsint the rail, and then Rona. Bontari was one of the last as they swing the corner, and Princely Image. Track Rider around the bend at the 400, sets out for the run in by a little over a length to Mr. Miller, given full bore. Final Mist just behind them, and then came Kaylee Revival. Chicago Clip starting to come home well between horses. Track Rider at the 200, over a length to Mr. Miller. Chicago Clip, and back behind those horses then is down the outside Rona. It's Chicago Clip after Track Rider. Track Rider still in front. Track Rider all the way from Chicago Clip second, and Rona on the outside third. Then Kaylee Revival, Mr. Miller weakened. Dual Strike never came into it, followed by Final Mist, and then Princely Image, Bontari, Clarsint, and Garçon Bleu, one of the last over the post. Now, field is standing up well. Now, Dane Rack made a good line. Sackville Street on the inside. 1,400 metres. Rider of Sackville Street, I don't think, is quite back in the saddle down in gate number 1. Now he's right. They look right to go. All clear. Off they go. And Sackville Street a little slow. Cryptavia and Isla to the first 2 to bounce out. Ahead of Fine Option getting up on the inside from Zinadan, and then a Mission, followed further back in the field by Liquid Lunch. Shining Path going forward. followed further back by Contrarian, Sackville Street, and then came Prospector's Dream, Our Danerac and Brodance last of all. Fine Option got up on the inside, settling at the 1,000 to take the lead from Islet, Cryptavia 3 deep. Zinadan in behind them, fourth, followed by Shining Path, a length to Liquid Lunch over on the outside of Omission. 2 lengths Contrarian, and they're trailed then by Sackville Street, Our Danerac. Prospector's Dream out 3 deep at the turn at the 800, and Brodance last of all. It's now down the side, Fine Option on the rails, leading from Islet, and Cryptavia is travelling 3 deep the whole way. Zinadan in behind them, Shining Path around him, and Omission back on the rail. A length to Liquid Lunch, and a length and a half further back Contrarian, Our Danerac, Brodance, Prospector's Dream, and Sackville Street dropped out last as they swing the corner into the straight now. Fine Option with Islet the outside and Cryptavia 3 deep. Omission trying to get off the heels and run on, and Zinadan in the clear. Here's Shining Path coming down the outside. Cryptavia took a slender lead. Zinadan and Shining Path coming after it now, and then Liquid Lunch at the 200 metre mark. Shining Path, Zinadan, Cryptavia leading with Liquid Lunch starting to come home now. Shining Path tackled by Liquid Lunch. He's finishing the better. Liquid Lunch drew away, won it softly on the line. Liquid Lunch from Shining Path. Zinadan, I think, grabbed third from Cryptavia. Then Omission in behind them, followed by Our Danerac, Contrarian, Prospector's Dream, and then Brodance. Fine Option knocking up Sackville Street, and Islet back at the tail. In the end, he did it very easily. Number 2, Liquid Lunch, ridden by Greg Childs, gives Greg a double. Thinks one from the outside. Feel just about right, flushed, stood well. Lazier, the favourite, ahead of Skates. They're away. Royal Snip a little slow. Performing Minx began very fast near the outside, and Lazier got away very quickly too. Skates is driving up, and the Navy Colours down near the inside, and Archie's Girl just off them. CC settled last of all by the 800, and the Flying Lazier sped away. Got a couple of lengths in front as they settled now from Skates into second placing on the inside, and then Royal Snip. 2 lengths away as flushed Archie's Girl, the rail, and then Performing Minx, followed by Miss Muppet, CC, and She's Wild. Lazier around the turn near the 400 led. Skates went for the run on the inside and got it when they caught it, and they've zipped right away about 4 lengths to Archie's Girl, Royal Snip, and the rest headed by Miss Muppet, flushed, and then Performing Minx at the 200, and these two are well clear. Lazier outside of Skates, about 4 lengths to Archie's Girl, and then Miss Muppet, 100 metres to go. Lazier still about a neck in front of Skates, who can't rally. Lazier's zooming about a length clear. She'll be too fast, too good, and Lazier takes it out, drawing away 2 to Skates, and Archie's Girl 2 lengths away third. Then Miss Muppet, followed by Flushed and Performing Minx out wide. Long break to CC, Royal Snip, and She's Wild last of all. Lazier too good for them, number 1.